Hola, my name's Summer McGuire, and I was inspired tonight to put together a little video, and I created a parody in response to a current issue in the news. So as we know, and when I say we, I mean people of color and allies and conscious folks that are paying attention to what's been happening in our country. There's some really complicated and disturbing things happening in terms of race relations and how we're relating to one another. Here recently, there was the incident, I'm sure everybody's heard about, the lady made famous now with the nickname BBQ Becky, right? Who called the police on a black family that was barbecuing at a park in Oakland strictly because they were being black in public and daring to enjoy a park on a nice day. Interactions like that, completely unacceptable. What was beautiful about that, like one small silver lining that came out of the family being harassed for an hour for no good reason, was the black community's response to that was to mobilize quickly and have a party and a celebration in the park and to bring music and food and dancing and celebrate and just say, hey, we're going to be who we are unapologetically. And this is our community too, and this is our park too, and we're allowed to be in these places and celebrate in them. And we're not going to let someone's ignorance and someone's need to exert control and be intimidating for whatever that lady's reasons were, stop them. So now we have a new incident where Aaron Schlossberg, an attorney in Midtown Manhattan, went to a restaurant called Fresh Kitchen. And there were employees there who were speaking in Spanish. A customer came up and placed her order and was speaking Spanish with the employee there. Now, last time I checked, our country has these beautiful rights of freedom of expression and freedom of speech. You would think Mr. Schlossberg, being an attorney, would be familiar with those laws, but perhaps he needs a refresher because he then went off on those folks for speaking Spanish and said horrible things. I'm sure by now many of you have seen the video. And it was just really hurtful to me. I identify as a multicultural person with Latina identity amongst my heritages as well as Indigenous and European American. I'm a mix. So it enraged me, and I thought it was just so ignorant for him to do that. So I thought I would take a note from what my brothers and sisters in Oakland taught us by using art and creativity as a response to such ignorance. Sure, many of you are familiar with the beautiful Disney Pixar film Coco. It's incredible. If you haven't seen it, go run right now. Check it out with your families. It's amazing. In that movie, there is a song called Un Poco Loco that the character Miguelito sings with Hector. And it's just an awesome song. It's written by Adrián Molina and Jermaine Franco. And they just did tremendous work in creating that song. And the other songs in the movie are beautiful as well. It's just so extremely well done. So I took the idea of what Poco Loco talks about in the lyrics and used that as an inspiration for finding words to address this situation with this ignorant Midtown Manhattan attorney, and then also the melody. So bear with me here. I'm going to give this a shot to have a little parody called Clearly You're a Racisto. Now, a little quick vocab. The song does go back and forth between English and Spanish, so there might be some things you might not quite understand and need to look up. I'll give you a heads up. Racisto means racist. You'll also hear me say lo peor, which means the worst. And then at one point I use the word cabeza, and cabeza is your head. Okay? So I'm going to give it a shot here. Why are you such a racist? Lo peor, lo peor. You're yelling in our faces. Lo peor, lo peor. Why are you on the news? Lo peor, lo peor. And in every article I've read, lo peor, lo peor. Clearly you're racisto, un estupendo racisto. Hey, there's no need for guessing. In white sheets you should be dressing. I'll take it as a blessing that you're so clear about being a racisto. There are incredible organizations here in our country working for Latino communities, and it's not just for Latinos, it's really for all of us. Cultural diversity is a beautiful thing. Check out the work they're doing and support them. Organizations like LULAC, the League of United Latin American Citizens, Voto Latino, La Raza, the National Hispanic Foundation for the Arts, and of course, Unidos for Puerto Rico to help support hurricane relief. Please support them. How is it you went to law school when you're clearly such a damn fool? They spoke Spanish and you mob 'em. You speak it in a case, ain't no problem. Got my cabeza shaking. You're clearly a racisto. Such ignorance, so lazy, my cabeza shaking. Latino culture's amazing, classes you should be taking. Such ignorance, so lazy, my cabeza shaking. Clearly you're a racisto. Un grandísimo racisto. Hope you enjoyed it, guys.